Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you all are doing fine and I hope you're good. Today we will have coordinating conjunctions. First, you have to log in using the eplusstudent.com. Click on your name, move on to language at grade 5. This chapter is coordinating conjunction. The lesson is use coordinating conjunctions, identify coordinating conjunctions. Hi P, how are you? Alright, so we'll start now. Alright, so coordinating conjunctions are used to connect words. So they are used to connect words, phrases, and simple sentences. Some common coordinating conjunctions are and, but, or, so, yet. So these are very common coordinating conjunctions that we have, and they are used to connect words, phrases, or simple sentences. Okay? So we have use and to connect words, phrases, or sentences that go together or alike. Alright, so if the word goes together or it's alike, you use and. Alright, so we have and because we need it to go together with those sentences, or if the sentences are alike. So that's when we will use and. My sister's going to France and Spain this summer. So the sentences are alike and they go together. Then we also have I have a pet dog and my cousin does too. Now we use but to or yet to show a contrast. So if you're showing a contrast, you would use either but or yet. My brother loves apple, but hates apple pie. Aaron was excited for his performance, yet he still felt nervous. Okay? And then we use or to show choice. Today we can go to the beach or the park. You can finish your homework now or you can finish it at school. All right? And then lastly, we use so to tell that something happened because of something else. I forgot to set my alarm, so I was late for school. So every one of it have the purpose. For but or yet, they show contrast or show choices. So tells us that something happened as a result of something else. Okay. And then for we have and we use and because the sentences go together or they're alike. All right. All right, so we have some sentences and examples here. You have to complete the sentence with the best conjunction. Paco and his friends are going camping this weekend. Dash, they still need to buy a tent. So it will be what? Showing a contrast, right? So we will say, but they still need to buy a tent. Alaska is bigger than California. Dash, California has a larger population. So this also showing a contrast between Alaska and California. So we will use but. So last weekend I took my cousins to the Explorator Room dash the San Francisco Zone. So what is that? The Explorator Room and the San Francisco Zoo. So it shows that it goes together. So we'll move on to the test. You can share your answers with me if you know them. Complete the sentence with the best conjunction. The audience couldn't hear Rosa, that she moved closer to the microphone. So or. So she moved closer to the microphone. So will be the right answer here. Mrs. Brooke was exhausted after work that she took a nap. Or so. So we have Mrs. Burke was exhausted after work, so she took a nap. Okay? Alright, so next up we have which type of stove does Maria wants? Gas or electric? Oh no, I said the answer. So gas, yes, or. So obviously it's or electric. That's already the answer because it's a choice. Paco and his friends are going camping this weekend. Dash, they still need to buy a tent. So is it but or or? But they still need to buy a tent. An electric saw is a useful tool. Dash, it can be difficult to handle. Yet or. Alright, so we have yet. It can be difficult to handle. Okay? So the bushes had grown too tall. Dash, Mrs. Estrander trimmed them. So or. All right, so we have so Mrs. Estranda trimmed them. So we have so here. Okay. So next up, our apple tree is tiny. Dash it produces over 100 apples every year. Yet also, yet it produces over 100 apples each year. All right, Alaska is bigger than California. Dash California has a large population. Or but. All right, but California has a larger population. Ron is a marvelous baker. Dash I asked him to bake me a cake for my birthday. So, oh yes. Yet, also. So I asked him to bake me a cake for my birthday. All right, so that's it for use coordinating conjunction. If you haven't done this test before, make sure you finish it. We'll move on to the next one. So this is to identify the coordinating conjunction. We know that they are used to connect words, phrases, simple sentences, and we have like five common coordinating conjunctions, which are and, but, or, yet, so. So we will identify them. So select the coordinating conjunction here. Dale purchased a wool sweater of leather gloves. So of course, and as the coordinating conjunction. Mrs. Anderson planted some basil and parsley in her garden. So and the experiment didn't work, so the scientists started over. So is the conjunction. So let's move on to the test. So does the does polar bears live in Antarctica or the Arctic? So select the coordinating conjunction here. So or here is what's the coordinating conjunction. Was Alaska or Hawaii the last state admitted to the Union? So what's the coordinating conjunction? So or here is the coordinating conjunction. So Cassie works nights and weekends at Patty's dinner. So what's the conjunction here? So we have and here. What's the coordinating conjunction? The first thing wasn't feminine, so Bella added more sugar. So we have what? So, okay. So Cindy keeps her jewelry and hair clips on the top of. So on the top of her dresser. What's the coordinating conjunction here? Alright, so we have and here. So the exercise equipment was heavy. Yet Kayla lifted it with ease. What's the coordinating conjunction here? All right, so we have yet. Lacey wanted to bake some cookies, but she was out of flour. So, what is the right one here? So, but she was out of flour. Okay. Seeing this next novel will be about a man and his four daughters. What's the coordinating conjunction here? So we have and. Okay, I would like a slice of pie or strawberry milkshake, please. So, what is the coordinating conjunction here? Okay, so we have or. All right, so that's it for a lesson under coordinating conjunction. If you haven't done this lesson before, you have to make sure that you try to complete it. But before we end, can you tell me if you have any questions? All right, so since we have no question, we'll end now. See you all next time. Have a good night. Bye, everyone.